we see Gettysburg Concordance as an exciting new way to look at the Battle of Gettysburg. It's a digital archive that you can look at the battle any way you want. Yeah, I'm a public historian, and to me one of the most exciting thing about the Gettysburg Concordance is that it's an opportunity to take academic history and put it into the hands of people so that it is really accessible. It's for the tourist, for the Civil War enthusiast, for the student, any student of the Civil War, and we really think it's also designed to be a scholarly device too, because every event in the Gettysburg Concordance is referenced to its original primary or secondary source. In some cases, some events have 5 or 6 different sources attached to them. So if you really want, you can dig right in and find out where the source came from. Some of them even available online, but otherwise you can just read it and enjoy it. James Kentz has been working for years to produce the information in the Gettysburg Concordance, drawing upon close to 200 different sources for the battle. It comes from official correspondence, it comes from diaries, from all different sources of information. That's kind of the beauty of the whole concordance idea, is to take many different sources to create a basic chronology, what James calls the skeleton of history, and then add to that facts from all different perspectives, from both armies, from the nurses, from the presidents, to diary entries, to really get a whole complete view of this battle. The important events are not just the battle orders and the commands and the marching. It's also those letters that men wrote home to their families, letting them know what conditions were like, letting them know what they thought might happen. So in this sense too, it's not just taking those documents that are directly related to the field of battle, but that broader context to try to give you that sense of what it was to experience something like Gettysburg. The app is very intuitive. The menus let you go deeper into different parts of the database and look at different things that you want, to follow individuals, to look at pictures and photo galleries. And I think after you've played with it for a few minutes, you'll take right to it. We have pictures of close to 300 individuals who fought in the battle. We have photographs of the battlefield in 1863 as well as today, and are constantly adding things to it. The Battle of Gettysburg took place over 3 days. The most important battle in American history, one of the big turning points in the history of the United States, if not the world. Over 150,000 men involved, thousands lost their lives, thousands more were wounded. It really impacted a generation. But it's much more than 3 days. It's a campaign that lasts 6 weeks. And the Gettysburg Concordance doesn't just look at the 3 days of Gettysburg, it looks at the whole campaign, from the time Robert E. Lee's army leaves Fredericksburg, Virginia on June 3rd till the time they cross back south across the Potomac in the middle of July. We have the whole Gettysburg campaign of 6 weeks, but you can pick and choose what you want. You might want to only focus in on the events of the afternoon of July 2nd or the morning of July 1st. Or you might want to only focus in on Pickett's charge. With the Gettysburg Concordance and the search features, you can do just that. If you want to see what's on a roadside marker in the middle of Maryland and learn more information, you can get that. If you want to follow the campaign because your great-great-great-grandfather fought in a unit, you can follow his unit. You can follow it any way you want, looking at the whole campaign or just pieces of it. This is really something that we're constantly adding to. We want to get people's input. We ask people to contact us if they have information they'd like to contribute. Perhaps they have an old family photo or an unpublished letter or something like that. And if you give us the information, we'll be sure to include it in the next edition of Gettysburg Concordance.